Welcome to Pardon My Imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginers. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine and welcome back if this is your second or third or however many times you click on my videos. Hello. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about some tomes that I want to read in 2021. I was going to do 12, but I don't actually own 12. As you can tell, my books are wrapped, so it's kind of hard to see the titles and open the books for the pages. So these are just some of the books that I don't have wrapped that I actually want to get to next year, and hopefully I get to them. So let's just get into the books. Okay, so the first tome that I would like to get to, and probably pretty quickly, is Dune by Frank Herbert. If you haven't heard, you've been underneath a rock or something, I don't know, especially if you're in the book community. Dune is actually coming out with, I want to say, it's either a movie or a TV show. I want to say it's a TV show. I believe they previously did a movie back in like the early 60s or whatever, 70s, 60s, 70s, something like that. And they are actually coming out with a TV series or movie. Don't quote me. It's one of the two. I can't remember. But yes, I would love to get to this book. And essentially, this book is pretty much Game of Thrones in space. Like, that's the best way I can put it, based off of what I read about the synopsis. And yes, I can't remember. I just know that originally it came in a couple book series, and I have the bind up Barnes and Noble exclusive edition. I will have a picture right here, so you can check it out. It's really beautiful, and I really want to get to this before the show comes out so that I can watch the show or movie, whichever one it is. All right, the next tome that I want to read is The Death and Life of Zebulon Finch by Daniel Carcass. And this book is following a guy named Zebulon Finch who is killed, or excuse me, is murdered in 1896. And essentially, he gets resurrected. Now, after his resurrection, he does not go back to living his old life, and he wants to redeem himself, even though he's only 17 when he died. But yes, he is trying to redeem himself and just, you know, live a completely different life of how he used to live. That's all I really know about it. I bought this last year, I believe. Yeah, I bought this last year, and it's kind of just been sitting on my shelf. I really do want to get to this, so I decided, hey, why not put it on a list of tomes that I want to read. Also on that list is the second book. It's the second book. But I did want to add this just to let you guys know that I also plan on reading the second one. All right, next I have, this is actually not the first one, but I just wanted to show you so you can tell the resemblance of how big these dang books are. And that is The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. I have heard nothing but phenomenal things about the Wheel of Time series. It is like, if you're talking about high fantasy and you're recommending, you're talking about Robert Jordan. It is the late Robert Jordan. This series was actually closed out by Brandon Sanderson because Robert Jordan had died. I'm so sorry. I feel like there's something in my nose, even though I know there isn't. But there's like a lot of dust. No pun intended for these books being on my shelf and them being tomes. But, yes, I do not own the first. If you haven't been following along with any of my book hauls, I am actually trying to collect the hardcovers. And I own from 7, or I have 5, I believe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I believe I have all the way to 13. I just need to find the first one. So if you do see any of these, and they're hardcover, please, please, please let me know. I have actually been getting them at my half-price bookstores for really, really cheap. This one was only $8. So, yeah. I actually don't know what The Wheel of Time is, but like I said, I've heard nothing but great things about it. My old co-worker used to he only recommended this series. One of his favorite authors was Robert Jordan. So I decided, hey, I love fantasy as well. I want to start reading a lot more adult fantasy. So why not pick up a classic? Because let's be honest, this is a dang weapon. Yeah, totally want to read this. I bought this a while ago and it's kind of just been sitting on my shelf up top where no one can see it, collecting dust. And when I was thinking about making this video, I was like, okay, well, what tomes do I own that I want to get to? And I looked up and I was like, oh, yeah. Which is also why this list is really short. So this is one of those books I'm 100% not going to read this massive, massive book in 1 month. There's no way. Like, this would be the only book that I were to read if I was gonna read like, you know what I'm saying? This book is 900 pages. And the font is mad small, bro. The font is so damn small. Like, this is damn near a 10,000 page fucking book. Okay, let's be honest here. This is a huge fucking book. And as much as I want to get to it, it's going to take me some time. But I do want to finish this by the end of 2021. And if you don't know what this book is about, you haven't seen this movie or the act, or the, I said act, wow, or the theater play, or however many things have come from this book, it's following this man named Gene. And Gene essentially is getting out of prison. He went to prison for stealing a loaf of bread to help his family. And he once he gets released from jail, he's almost on the track of becoming a second offender until something happens and his life gets turned around. Now he is sworn from the evil path and wants to do good, and that he makes it his life mission over the next 2 decades to do nothing but good and give back and things like that. And that's kind of what it's following. Why this story is so big to say that, I've heard nothing but fabulous things. But I don't know why this book is so long, just for a man to like redeem himself. But that's fine, because, you know, I heard it was a good time. So we're going to make sure that it's a good time, and we're going to read this. All right, the next book that I want to read is wrapped currently, but I know that I own it, and that is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I was supposed to read this book, and I did have it on my TBR in 2020. I just actually didn't get to it. I do own the audiobook as well, so I probably will listen along as well as read physically. And yeah, this piece of hair is literally just like bothering me. It just keeps wanting to flop forward. But yes, I definitely want to get to this book. I've heard mixed reviews about it. People loved it, people didn't love it. It's kind of like there's no in between. Either you love the book or you hate the book. I just need to figure out what part of that spectrum I'm on. When I first started reading it, I did kind of enjoy it. You know, there's dragons, and that's pretty much all I don't even remember what the book is about. Yo, it is mad dusty in here from all of these tomes. And oh my god, I'm literally choking on dust. I literally almost just died in this video. And you're probably not even going to see it because I'm probably going to edit it out. But I almost just died talking about tomes. Oh my god, there's so much dust around me, which means I need a dust. So before I die, let's go to the next one. Alright, so those are all the tomes that I plan on reading for the year of 2021. Let's keep myself accountable. Let's hope that I can get to all of them. And yeah, you know, like, it's gonna be a long year, especially that fucking Les Misérables. That is a beast of a book. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. But yes, that is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as any of the books and videos that I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine that you didn't come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.